Hey everybody, Jess here with Key Tarot. I'm just going to do a reading tonight for all the signs of the zodiac, starting with Cancer, then Pisces, Scorpio, Ophiuchus, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. If you missed this lineup, all of that information is posted over on the Key Tarot page. If you can't get to this reading tonight, I will post this with timestamps tomorrow on YouTube, and I will share that out. Alrighty, but let us say a quick blessing. Thank you for those of you who are here. We'll say a blessing and we'll get started, all right? Holy Spirit, thank you so much for being with us here today and in every breath that we take. We ask that these messages be received by those who are meant to hear them. Amen. Alrighty, starting with Cancer. We're going to start with this Star Power Tarot. Let's see what we have for you guys. Alrighty, I got the Knight of Pentacles. This is somebody who's trying to make good decisions for themselves. This could be someone who's going back to school. This could be somebody who's investing in themselves. The Knight of Pentacles is someone who's really smart. They're someone who dots all the I's and crosses all the T's and makes sure they have everything lined up. It's Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. But more than that, don't get hung up on the zodiac signs or the genders that I may call out. It's really about the energy of the card and the story that it tells. The Knight of Pentacles is someone who knows what they want for the future and they're planning. I got the Page of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so we got a little monkey wrench in the plan here, it seems like. So the Page of Wands in the reverse can be kind of an inflammatory message that doesn't really go the way it was hoping to go. Page of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, but it's really a message that maybe falls flat on itself. It can be a flirtation that doesn't go the way you want it to, or perhaps this was somebody towards you. I got the Four of Swords and the Tower on its side. All right, so the Four of Swords is an energy of taking a break. It's a separation card. It's spending time apart in order to think about things, something like that. Now this Tower that comes out on its side, this is somebody contemplating, possibly contemplating an ending. A Tower moment could be kind of a crisis situation that comes about. It's something that kind of knocks your knees out from you, something that kind of knocks your socks off in some way. It doesn't always have to be negative, but it's something that kind of changes the direction of where you thought your life was headed. So when we have it come out on its side here, this could be something that's sort of like an impending feeling, or it could be something that you kind of saw coming for a while, perhaps. All right, let's read a little bit further with this deck, and then I will clarify with another. I got the Justice card that comes out here in the upright position for you, Cancer. The Justice card is the card of Libra. This can be legal matters going in your favor. This can be paperwork being filed. The Justice card is a card of equal balance and fairness. It's a good sign. It means it's kind of like, it feels like you did plan ahead for something. I'm not sure what this Page of Wands in the reverse situation is. I'm going to check further. The Justice card can be an energy of divorce, I suppose, but I'm not seeing those cards yet. I have the Eight of Swords that comes out on its side. This is someone who's been kind of restricted from communication, somebody who's thinking about maybe no longer communicating with someone in a situation, something like that. You got the Six of Swords and the King of Swords. Wow, okay. So the Six of Swords is somebody who's ready to move on, definitely ready to move on. In fact, they are going to move on no matter what. The Six of Swords is someone who is taking everything that's most important with them, putting it into a boat and sailing out of kind of murky, shallow, stressful, algae-ridden waters into calmer, peaceful, more profitable seas. And this is somebody who knows what's important. This Knight of Pentacles knows what's important. And this Six of Swords indicates just only taking the things that are the most important. This King of Swords is somebody who's ready to talk. I'm hearing like singing like a canary, but also the King of Swords is somebody who's very wise. They're a mentor. They're someone who's very smart. Other people look up to them. This is someone who they can be a mentor of some sort, but it really feels like this is your energy. All right, let me grab another deck because it is clear as mud to me. I'm going to use this Mary L. Tarot to clarify. Back over to this Knight of Pentacles here. Good, and we've got the King of Swords here on this side of the deck too. So just where I split it, and I've got the Ten of Cups in the reverse. Darn it all. Perfect. So this King of Swords twice out, this tells me this is a really important energy for you, right? Anytime I get repeat cards, especially real quick like this, this tells me that this is really important. The King of Swords is an energy of someone who speaks their mind. There's someone who is respected for the things that they say. There's someone who, don't deal with any bullshit. They clear everything out of the way with very direct, clear-cut communication. They're not everybody's favorite all the time, but they are somebody who can be relied upon to tell the truth in a situation. I don't know why I'm hearing all of a sudden whistleblower for some reason, somebody who's drawing attention to things that need to have attention drawn to them. Let's go back over here to this Knight of Pentacles real quick. Okay, before we do this, Ten of Cups was on the other side of that King of Swords when I split the deck, and the Ten of Cups, in the reverse, it came out in the reverse. This can be an energy of divorce whenever it's combined with this Justice card. I don't know if that's somebody who's going through that in this situation. All right. I got the Eight of Swords in the reverse on top of this Knight of Pentacles. Here's the thing. When we come back over to this Page of Wands where I said someone may have sent a message that was kind of inflammatory, or it was kind of an instigatory message or of some sort, it's kind of propelled some sort of situation into a state of not talking. The Eight of Swords in the reverse can be an energy of being blocked in communication in some way. And that Knight of Pentacles, it feels like they tried to do everything right. It feels like they tried to make sure everything was copacetic. They tried to make sure they said everything the right way. They tried to make sure they did everything the right way. But unfortunately, we've still had some kind of fallout with this Page of Wands in the reverse. And now we're not talking about something. I got the Four of Swords out again, right next to this Four of Swords. So this is also an important energy for you. The Four of Swords is an energy of taking a break. It's a separation card. This can be... It's putting things on hold. So it's possible, let me come back here and let me see if I can get a little bit of information about this Tower card. And I got the Ten of Swords, darn it all. Alrighty. So we got the Ten of Swords, we got the Ten of Cups, we got the Tower here. The Ten of Swords, whenever it comes out on its side, this always kind of feels like an on-again, off-again relationship. The Ten of Swords is the minor arcana of the Death card for me, so it does indicate some kind of ending. It feels like whoever you are, you tried to do everything the right way no matter what. There was some kind of message that was either sent or received that was kind of inflammatory in your life. It's caused some problems. Now we have a separation. Now we have people who aren't talking. They may be even blocking each other digitally. With this Ten of Swords, it can be an energy of divorce, especially combined with the Ten of Cups in the reverse and the Justice card right here. This Eight of Swords, oh, I didn't even realize we have the Eight of Swords out here twice too. You got 3 sets of repeat cards here in, I mean, it's been less than 10 minutes and I've used 2 decks. You do the probability on that. There's 78 cards in a traditional deck of tarot, and you've already got 1, 2, 3 sets of repeats. That's a lot. Whoever you are, Cancer, you have a really clear-cut energy, and these are things that are most important to you. This Eight of Swords in the reverse is someone who's been procrastinating taking an action, and they're not talking about it. They're not talking about it to their significant other, whoever this person is on the other side of this situation. No one is communicating. There's an energy of possibly being even physically blocked or communicatively blocked from one another, definitely emotionally blocked. And we have someone here who's moving on. And I got the Page of Wands out again. This is the 4th set of repeat cards for you. That's crazy town. I love it. So this Page of Wands out again. This is somebody who wants to fix things. They want to say something else. It's like, but wait, one more thing. Before we close the door on this, I want to say one more thing is kind of what it feels like. Now, the Page of Wands is a messenger, right? They can also represent children and very immature energies. However, the Page of Wands is someone who they can send a flirtatious message. It can be a message of sexual passion or something. It can be an energy of I don't know, what was I saying, like inflammatory, somebody who's kind of stirring up a hornet's nest in some way with the words that they say. But they're little messages, they're small messages, kind of like poking the bear kind of messages. And like I'm not sure what that leads to in this situation. I don't know if you just have 2 people here who are kind of, I don't know, going back and forth. And now I have the Death card here, which is the major arcana of this Ten of Swords. I always say that the Ten of Swords is the minor arcana of the Death card for me. So you've got that represented twice here with this Death energy. Death is the card of Scorpio. There's some kind of final ending here, not just with our living situation, not just with our daily habits, but we're talking about our soul development here now. We have some kind of major final ending here. Here's somebody who said that I'm done and it's over. I'm moving forward physically and I'm moving forward hurt emotionally. And now I have the Tower out again. I'm done. I don't even know. I think you got a repeat card for every single one of these cards. Somebody please go back and count. All right, drop it down in the comments down below if you are so inclined. This Tower card twice out here, something comes about for you where we have something that changes the entire trajectory of your life. Everything that you had planned for, everything that you had expected, all of a sudden has now shifted, and we're all of a sudden going in a different direction. Now, whoever you are, this is kind of the state of things. All right, so we got the King of Swords out here twice, which is good. I'm really happy to see that it's in the upright position. And also the King of Swords is someone who can share their mind, they can share their heart, they can share their words with other people. This is someone who's highly respected for their opinion. Whoever you are, it feels like you're clearing situations out of your life, whether it's in your family life, your love life, your career life, whatever. We're having endings here, final endings, and major shifts of where you're sending your energy to. You got the King of Swords out twice, the Tower out card twice, you got the Ten of Swords and the Death card, which is basically the same thing. You got the Four of Swords out here twice, you got the Page of Wands out here twice, and you've got the Eight of Swords out here twice. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different pairings, I think, out of 12 cards. So whoever you are, you have a really strong, powerful energy. You can probably affect change into just about any direction that you want. It feels like something's come out of nowhere, and it's kind of knocked you off where you thought you were going to be, and that's okay, because it feels like you're going to be picking up the pieces. You're a smart cookie, and you're somebody who always is trying to do the right thing by yourself and by other people. You're very respected for the things that you do, and no matter what this thing is that's kind of knocked your life off what you thought was on track, it feels like you're going to be picking up the pieces, and you're going to be moving on to something that's much, much better, something much healthier for you. All right, thanks for letting me read for you, Cancer. Next up, we have Pisces. All right, Pisces, we're going to use this Tarot of Wonderland for you guys. Alrighty, what do we have for Pisces today? We got the Strength card out for Pisces. This is somebody that says, I just need to make it a little bit further. If I could just get a little bit further. Now, the thing about this Strength card, specific to this Tarot of Wonderland, is someone who sometimes needs to ask for help. And it's also a reminder that we only have to be brave whenever there's something to be brave about, all right? So it's possible that you may be going through something that's really challenging for you right now, possibly this week. And it's something that encourages you to reach out to friends, reach out to loved ones, anyone who you may feel might provide support. And this could be you providing support to someone else. Let me look. The Strength card is the card of Leo. Incidentally, we have the Four of Pentacles here that crosses that on its side. There's someone here who's having a hard time letting go of something. Hold on, let me look a little further. I got the High Priestess in reverse, and the Two of Swords comes out here. All right, so here's the situation. I've got the High Priestess in the reverse, which basically is somebody who's saying, man, if only I knew then what I know now, I would have made different choices. And now we've come to a crossroads. And this is somebody who feels like, I feel like you've kind of been asked to go through something that's been kind of major for you for a while. There's this energy of restriction with this Four of Pentacles that comes out here, but this Two... And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. I'm going to clarify in a second. You know I will. But this Two of Swords is somebody who's kind of at a crossroads. They're not sure where they want to head next. Let's look. I got the Ace of Swords here. Now we have a message being sent. We have clarity. We have truth. We have understanding. Specific to this Tarot of Wonderland, this Ace of Swords is somebody who's sending a message, and it's a message of honesty. Very good. You... feels like you, and it feels like there's this understanding that comes with that. Nine of Cups in the reverse, and I got the Four of Swords out for you guys too. Hold on. Okay, interesting. Okay, so you guys got the Justice card out too, which we had present just a minute ago for Cancer. But this, so this may be something that's going on within the energies of our water signs this week, because I have this Four of Swords out here, which was also present for Cancer as well. That's why I bring it up. You may want to hop up there and look at that. There may be something in there for you. But this Four of Swords is somebody who's taking a break from the situation. It feels like you are telling someone that you need a break, that you need some time off, that you need some time apart. This Justice situation can again be the energy of divorce, but I don't don't like saying that unless I have other cards to back it up, and I'm not seeing those yet. So thank you. I hope that is not your story. The Justice card coming out can be legal matters. It can be paperwork. It can be focusing on getting all of your ducks in a row. That it's the energy of Libra. We have the Queen of Pentacles that comes out here in the reverse, which is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. Don't get hung up on the zodiac signs or the genders, though. This Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is someone who really, really wanted things to improve. They wanted things to get better. This Nine of Cups in the reverse is somebody who has to reconcile themselves to the fact that things are headed in a different direction, and now they have to shift perspectives. Now they have to take everything that that's valuable to them. They have to contemplate what is valuable to them, and now they have to take a change of direction, whatever that means. Hold on one second. Let me look, because we have somebody here who's definitely kind of at a crossroads. And something has snuck up on them, and it feels like it's snuck up on them for a while. Like one of those things that you kind of always knew you were going to have to do something about eventually, and you kind of put it off and you put it off, and now we're kind of at the moment now where we're going to have to deal with it. That's kind of what it feels like with this Two of Swords. Now we're at a crossroads. We're not really sure where we want to head next. Let me use this Deviant Moon Tarot to clarify. This Eight of Wands that comes out with this Ace of Swords is someone who's put off communicating about a situation for a while. They've put off telling the honest truth about how they were feeling about something. This Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is someone who says, you know, I did everything that I could to make it better, and it wasn't enough. I didn't feel like I had enough to give, and now we've got this shift and this change where we've had to give up on something that we had previously invested a lot of ourselves in. With this Four of Swords, we have an ending or some kind of a break or a separation of some kind. And I got the Justice card out in reverse on top of this Justice card. Now, there's something that just doesn't feel fair about this situation. It doesn't feel right about it. Twice out for the Justice card. This tells me this is an important end. Sorry about that. This is, again, the card of Libra. This is somebody who they're trying to find the balance. I hope everything's okay. They're trying to do things the right way. They're trying to make sure they do things by the book. It can also be the energy of divorce. We have that with the Four of Swords, and we have the Justice card out in the reverse. The Two of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody who throws their hands up in the air and they say, I can't do it anymore. It goes right on top of that Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody who says, I feel off balance. This could be someone who was juggling more than one person at a time. The Six of Pentacles comes out, though, which is basically the minor arcana of the Justice card. For me as a reader, this is somebody who's seeking equal, fair balance. This could be someone who is in the middle of a divorce situation, and they are going through the processes of that and looking to make sure things are balanced and fair when it comes to the agreement, whatever that is. That could be an issue. Could be going to court at some point today, something like that, sometime this week, I mean. And I have the Hermit card here. There's someone who's feeling really isolated, and there's someone here who feels like they're kind of all on their own, and they feel like they're going through something that they don't want other people to have to watch them go through in some way. So they could be hiding some of their feelings. And this is someone who's self-isolating a lot just because they need the time away. It's very similar to this Two of Swords that comes out, where we have somebody who's taking themselves away. They're in a state of meditation where they've closed out all of the other distractions from themselves so they can focus on what it is they need to do next. It feels like whoever I'm reading for here, there has been a lot of upheaval in your life recently, and we're having to pick up the pieces with this Justice card out here twice. And there's somebody here who feels like they're at this place where they can either go one way or the other. And it's been a tough road to hoe. It really feels like there's somebody here who's fearful of losing everything that they have with that Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles can be somebody who feels like they have to hold on to things to the point they can almost be miserly or greedy. And don't think that I'm saying that for a second. That's just kind of the meaning behind the card. But this would be someone who feels like they have to hold on to things because they don't have anything else to give. Now, in this situation, whoever you are, I feel like things are going to improve, and I think they're going to improve in a way that you aren't expecting. There's something that comes from this Ace of Swords, where we have you telling the truth in a situation, or we have the truth coming out in a situation, where all of a sudden somebody's going to see, oh, we need to fix this. Oh, we need to make this better. Oh, we need to make this more balanced in some way. And I have the Eight of Wands that comes out in the reverse. Oops. twice. That's the second time out for that guy, just from different decks. So this would be the second or third repeat card you guys have had out. You guys are great. I really appreciate it when you give me these repeat cards, because that tells me that you're really clued into your own energy, that's smart, and you are smarty pants. The Eight of Wands in the reverse, however, is somebody who feels like there's been a lot of miscommunications in the past, and so you may be taking it upon yourself to kind of fix these things, to clarify these things for yourself, your situation. And now I have the Tower out for you guys too. We had that out for Cancer earlier. It could just be one of those weeks for you water signs, so just be on guard about it. The Tower card is an energy of a major shakeup in your life, but this is a major shakeup that causes you know, a situation that we have to pick up from and then rebuild with a stronger foundation. Whoever you are, it feels like you're taking some time to really get clear with yourself about what it is you want to say before you send some kind of a message. There's an energy of needing a little bit more than what you've had in the past. This could be legal matters, something like that. This could be paperwork. This could be financially related. It kind of feels like it is. There's somebody here who's kind of kicking themselves for maybe not figuring something out a little bit sooner, but I don't think there's any harm done. I think that you're going to pick up the pieces, and I think you're going to be surprised at how well things start to flow once you're through this little hiccup. You know, sometimes we have ups and downs in life, and this may be just one of those times where you're having to chug a little bit harder up the hill for a little bit longer. I'll catch up with you guys next week. Pisces, thank you for letting me read for you, and we'll see how this situation kind of progresses. These could just be energies that you move through real quickly. You never ever know. So I will see you guys later. Thanks for letting me read for you, Pisces. Next up, we have Scorpio. I'm going to use this Tripoli deck for our Scorpios. Hope you guys are doing well. I got the Nine of Cups out for Scorpios too. All right, good. So the Nine of Cups coming out on its side. This is somebody who's kind of deciding what's really going to make me happy. What is it that's going to make my day, make my week, make my life? What is it that I want to see myself in? What do I want to commit to? The Nine of Cups and the Hierophant card comes out with that. The Hierophant is the card of Taurus. It's somebody who wants to put down roots in a situation. They want to commit to something. The Hierophant is the card of marriage. It's the card of traditional values and stoicism. This is somebody who's kind of just questioning what's really going to make me happy. What do I want to give my energy to? I'm not sure why we have this. I feel like I have this, it's just kind of questioning where you want to go next. And I have the Sun card out here. This is somebody who's finally feeling better for the first time in a long time. I don't know if this is you or if this is about to be you, but these are really positive, healthy energies. This Sun card is the card of Leo, and this is coming out of a depression, all right? This is someone who feels like all of a sudden they feel like themselves again for the first time, and no wonder you're wanting to look in a different direction and saying, well, what's going to make me happy next? What is my next commitment going to be? I have the Three of Cups here. We have some kind of reconciliation or some kind of reunion sort of looming ahead. This can be family reunion, something. This can be reunion with friends. I have the Ten of Wands here. There's somebody here who's been working really hard. They've been trying really hard to get everything in order. They've been, I just kind of feel like they've kind of burned themselves out. Like the candle at both ends is kind of what I'm feeling. And I have the Death card here. So we're going to have a major change. We're going to have a major shift. This is somebody who maybe for a long time has been struggling to kind of navigate how to manage work-life balance. This could be somebody who for a long time has been struggling kind of emotionally. Maybe they've had a little bit too much. Maybe they've been having to push some kind of boulder up a hill emotionally somehow for a while. This Death card comes out. This is your card, Scorpio. It's in the upright position and it's right in the middle of this reading. This tells me that you're finally coming back to yourself, and it feels like it's a real shift. It feels like for a while now you've actually been doing pretty well. It feels like you've been kind of coming back into yourself for a while, and now we're to the point where we're going to start to really see benefits from this. And the benefits that we're going to start to see first are a lot of options coming towards you. Options as to what you want to do that's going to make you happy, how you want to spend your time, who you want to spend your time with, and all of a sudden it feels like you've kind of leveled up and you've kind of started to feel more like yourself, not just more like yourself, but more like who you want to be on a daily basis. You've taken time to make some major changes in your life over the last year or two, and it's starting to show. And I have the Nine of Cups out here to clarify the Nine of Cups. I love you guys. You're crazy. So the Nine of Cups is this energy of someone who has all of a sudden everything they could ever want, right? The Nine of Cups is someone who they're feeling good. It's like wish fulfillment. It's like the birthday candle wish has finally come true. There's some kind of peace. This is somebody who has an opportunity to sit back and relax and enjoy all of the things they've worked so hard for so long. I like it. And I got the Page of Swords here. We're about to receive some kind of a message. I'm hearing the words contract. It kind of feels like whatever this message is, it kind of sets you up even further for your future. If you're someone who's been struggling to kind of know which foot to put in front of the other, it feels like this week you're going to have some clarity that comes in. The Page of Swords is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, and it's a message energy. It's an energy of, it's the messenger of messages, basically, is the Page of Swords. But this will be a clear-cut message that is a little bit decisive for your future. I think it's going to help you plan things out for the future a little better. We've had the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse that goes on top of that Page of Swords. We have some kind of delay here. It feels like it's been delayed for a while, and there's this understanding that now the wheel is starting to turn in your favor. Things are going to start to flow a little bit more better. This wheel, a little bit better, yes. More better. That's not a thing. More better is not a thing. My mother used to always tell me that. But we have the Wheel of Fortune whenever it's in the reverse. This can be feeling like you'd maybe stepped in some bad karma for a while, or maybe things had just always been delayed, or you just felt like you were out of the flow. I'm going to change that into the upright position for you because it feels like it's time for the flow to start, especially with all of that sun energy. The Three of Wands comes out here. That's the minor arcana of the Magician for me. This is somebody who knows where they're headed. They know all of a sudden what to plan for. It feels like you've been waiting for a long time. There's been a delay of some kind of maybe contract or some kind of communication, and now all of a sudden this is the week where the information comes in and you can finally plan out your future. Thank heavens. It feels like you had a lot of balls up in the air. This feels like a workplace situation or something like that, because I've got 2 threes right on top of the other with the Three of Cups and the Three of Wands. This Three of Cups is very reconciliatory or some kind of reunion. It's possible you may be working on a team or on a project with people you've worked with before, something like that. And I have the Star card, which is the card of Aquarius right in the center of your reading. It goes right on top of the Sun card. There's a lot of really healthy, positive energy here. This is someone who, and it's great, especially with this this Three of Wands energy. This is somebody who has managed to work so hard in their lives that they have managed to kind of create a whole world and a whole life for themselves. It's so fantastic. This is such good energy. The Star card is about divine blessings that simply can't be taken away from you because they belong to you. There are things that create who you are within you. There are things that are meant to be. It's your destiny, right? That's what the Star card is. Good job. This is good. I like it. Now we can finally start to settle in. I've got the Two of Wands here. They say now that you're starting to settle in here, now we can start to seek some kind of partnership with this Two of Wands. This is somebody who all of a sudden finds themselves being the person who has everything they could ever want to offer to another person, and they say, "I'm ready. Are you ready? I'm waiting for someone to join me." This is a person who has the whole world in their hands. I love it. And I have the Devil in the reverse. Man, and that goes right on top of the Death card in the upright position, which is your card. This is somebody who's saying, you know what? I'm just not going to experience these toxicities anymore. If you've been struggling with addictions or any kind of issues in your life, this is the week you're like, you know what? I think I'm done. I think I'm over it. I'm tired of chaining myself to any situation that's bringing me down or making me feel badly about myself. I feel like you're really taking charge of your life. I really couldn't say enough positive things here, Scorpio. And I've got the Seven of Cups here on top of this Ten of Wands. It really feels like you've dealt with a lot of really challenging emotions. It feels like it's been maybe the last, I don't know, it feels like the last year, maybe even longer. You dealt with a lot of things that you weren't even expecting to have to deal with this Ten of Wands. It was a lot to navigate. And I have the Moon card. So you've got the Sun, the Moon, and the Star card all here, very celestial. This Moon is the card of Cancer. You're starting to deal with some of these underlying issues that you've known have been present for a long time. We're talking about inner child wounding issues, all of these things that you've been kind of putting on the back burner because you've kind of been in crisis mode for a while here. Just trying to get your ducks in a row, just trying to make ends meet, just trying to get through the day is kind of what it feels like. All of a sudden, you're going to be in a place where you can plan for the future, and when you can do that, and when all of these, a lot of abundance starts coming in towards you financially and within your security, it's going to give you enough time to start focusing on healing. This is fantastic. That's probably why you have that Sun card here. And it does feel like you've been up against a lot, and there's a lot to this Moon energy here, which is the card of Cancer, where we have somebody who's really starting to address some of those things that they have been putting off for a while. All right, that was your reading for the week, Scorpio. Thank you very much for letting me read for you. That was really positive. I wish I was a Scorpio this week. Next up, we have Ophiuchus. Hang on. There. All right. What do we have for Ophiuchus? We're going to use this Artist Inner Vision Tarot for Ophiuchus. If you're an Ophiuchus, you would have been born between November 29th and December 18th, I believe. Feel free to check my math on that. I am not an astrologer. All right, what do we have for Ophiuchus? We have the Hanged Man out on its side. This is somebody who says, should I wait for this situation to improve? Should I not? And I got the Ten of Cups here. Wow. Ten of Cups is about, it's a card of marriage. It's a card of a happy family. It can be a blended family coming together. I have the Death in the reverse. We have somebody coming back around. And now I have the Two of Cups. Wowza. All right, so Death in the reverse is the card of Scorpio, but this feels like a relationship that's come back from the past. This could be, Ten of Cups is about marriage. It's about someone who... Well, hold on. We definitely have soulmate energy here. We've got the Ten of Cups and the Two of Cups right here. I don't know if you're waiting on this person to make a decision about something, or if you're the one that needs to make a decision about something. But with this Death card in the reverse, whatever it was, it feels like it ended at some point, and now it's come back from the dead in like a really positive, happy way. This is good. I'm just not sure why you're on the fence about it with this Hanged Man. Let's find out. I got the Ace of Wands. And I got the Page of, or excuse me, the Knight of Swords in the reverse. And I got the Emperor. Huh. All right. Okay. All right, so there's actually something kind of heavy here. It feels like you're being faced with some kind of a partnership situation that could be everything you could have ever wanted, but you're not sure. It feels like it's kind of been an on again, off again sort of thing, or it was one of those things that ended at some point and now it's come back around. It's definitely a partnership situation, and it's definitely a soulmate situation with that Two of Cups there and that Ten of Cups there. Now, I have the Ace of Wands that comes out here, and I also have this, this Knight of Swords in the reverse. This is somebody who's afraid they've screwed something up. They are afraid they've put their foot in their mouth. They're afraid that they can't, it's like I can't make heads or tails of it, is what I'm hearing them say. They're like, I don't know what to do. I'm not sure which direction to go. I'm not sure which door is the right one to open. With this Ace of Wands, there's like, the Ace of Wands is the most sexually passionate of all the cards in the deck, right? The Ace of Wands is somebody who has... they're kind of ready to go. It's like kind of an inflammatory situation. There's somebody here with this Knight of Swords, which is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini here, that I'm going to clarify with another deck. Hold on before I say anything else, because I have the Emperor card out here, which is the card of Aries, but it's also the card of Divine Masculine. It's the card of being a mentor, being a leader, someone who is kind of large and in charge here. It feels, and I've got the Hermit card on top of that. So someone here is feeling kind of isolated within this relationship. It feels like this relationship has kind of been put on hold. At least it was previously. Now it's come back around. And it's definitely, while it's definitely a soulmate relationship, I'm not sure what the situation is here with this Knight of Swords that came out in the reverse and this Ace of Wands. So let me get another deck and we'll find out. Let's use this Chicoli deck. All right, let's take it back over here to this hanged man, right over here at the beginning. Oops, hold on. I just dropped a bunch. Okay, let me put these all back in. All right, so what's this hangman situation about? The Five of Wands. Yeah, so there's somebody here. So the Five of Wands for me as a reader is somebody who's kind of dividing up the paper into columns. The pros columns, the cons column, you know, that sort of thing. It's like, should we not? This is like, what's the best situation? What's the best case scenario here? There's someone who's got a really analytical mind here. They're trying to make sure they're making the right decision. It feels like we have a relationship that's come back around or something like that. It's come back from the dead with the Death in the reverse. Or it could be an energy. The Death in the reverse can also be the energy of someone who's having a hard time letting somebody go. I don't know what your situation is, but with this Ten of Cups and this Two of Cups, I can see why somebody wouldn't want to let this situation go, especially with this Ace of Wands and this Emperor energy here. But there's someone who's afraid they're making a hasty choice, or they're afraid they're making the wrong choice, and it's making them kind of isolate themselves. I'm hearing like self-isolation. And with the Hermit energy, this is someone who's self-isolating because they don't want to make a mistake. This is somebody who's afraid, like, if I say say the wrong thing, it's going to all end. It's all going to fall apart. This is somebody who feels like they're kind of in a tenuous sort of position. But there's somebody who's trying to make, I don't know, what was I saying? Like, I don't want to keep making the same choice. I don't want to keep feeding this dragon if it's not going to go anywhere. I just want to make sure I'm making the right choice of investment for myself. And I have the Chariot in the reverse. This could be someone who's struggling to move on. Again, very similar energy to this Death in the reverse. Or this could be someone who has some kind of change is on the horizon and they don't want to have to deal with it. The Chariot is the card of Cancer, if that is of significance to you. And I got the Ace of Wands in the reverse out again. Alrighty, so that's your first repeat out for you guys. But this Ace of Wands is somebody who was once really turned on by a person, really feeling impassioned by someone, and now all of a sudden they're not. And it feels like this turnoff has come from someone who feels like they can't let go or they can't move forward. And I'm not sure how that relates to you. I'm not sure how that equates. This Chariot card is a card of forward movement. It's a card of like a physical move even. And I got the Strength card that comes out on its side. This is somebody who feels like they don't know what they're supposed to do. This is somebody who feels like they don't know how, they don't have the answer is the situation. That's why they're making their pros and their cons list. And I have the Knight of Swords out again for you guys. Very good. Right on top of the Knight of Swords. So this is somebody who's, again, afraid they're making the wrong choice. This is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, this Knight of Swords. This could be your significant person, or this could be you. This is somebody who's just afraid they're making a hasty decision one way or the other. And now I got the Page of Cups in the reverse. There's the Page of Cups in the reverse is someone who really needs to offer a message of love, kindness, forgiveness, apology, something like that. The Page of Cups is somebody who they need to communicate about how they're actually feeling is what I'm hearing. I feel like someone hasn't been here. They've just kind of been, I don't know, I think everybody was fine until this person came back around, and now we've got to deal with stuff is what it feels like. I've got the Eight of Cups in the reverse. What was I saying? Somebody who feels like they can't let somebody go. Here's the thing about this Eight of Cups relating to this Tricoli deck, right? This person, whoever you are, whoever they are, they know that everybody's going to be better off if we let everybody else go, right? Everybody's going to be in a better situation if we let each other go. But it's really hard to, especially in the reverse, it's really hard to when you feel like you have a soul tie to another person. That's why we have that Death card in the reverse. We're having somebody who's struggling to let go of someone emotionally. And there could be a physical move that's happening here. There's someone who there's like a lot of sexual passion here, but this is starting to diminish because we have a lot of fears coming about here. Fears of making the wrong choices, fears of making hasty decisions, whether it's to stay or whether it's to go. There's someone who's asking for help here from a higher power. Please tell me what to do. What's the right situation here? I'm gonna put these right back in for a second because those were not the right ones. What is this Emperor? I got the Star card out here to clarify this Emperor. The Star is a card of Aquarius. But this is someone who has to say, I have to follow my dreams. I have to follow what I have planned for myself. And it feels like that comes from that Emperor. That got the Six of Cups out here again. So this would be your third soulmate card here. I got the Two of Cups. I got the Six of Cups. And now I have the Ten of Cups here. This is an energy of past life love, soulmate love, that kind of thing. And that's why we're struggling to let go here. It feels like we have somebody here who's trying to make a decision, the right decision for everyone involved, including yourself right here. With this Eight of Cups in the reverse, there's someone here who feels like they really do need to let go of another person. They're just not really sure how to do it because it feels like I don't know, there's just an awful lot of love here, but it feels like someone may be being asked to move on for some reason, whether it's physical move or maybe because of career or something like that. It feels like someone's having to move on in a situation. It's like a real struggle to do so. We have people here who are afraid that they're acting impulsively or immaturely because they're not sure what decision they want to make. There's a lot of love, but I'm not sure about commitment. That's what I am seeing here. That was your reading for the week, Ophiuchus. I will catch up with you guys next week and see how all of this pans out. I'm not sure how it's going to go. All right. Next up, we have Sagittarius. Let us use this deviant moon for Sagittarius. have the Empress and the Six of Wands on each side. I don't always flip the deck, and I don't always check the deck on the bottom, but the Six of Wands and the Empress is somebody who feels like they are succeeding in something this week, someone who is succeeding possibly in business, in their home life in some way, and there's a lot of people who are admiring you this week, Sagittarius. Let's get into it. I got the Justice card that comes out for you. This is the card of Libra, but this can be about fairness, justice, balance, things being righted, things that were not good in the past, all of a sudden getting better. People who have misjudged you in the past, all of a sudden seeing the truth, that kind of thing. Let's look. I have the Magician on top of that, very good, which is actually the card of Ophiuchus. You may want to pop up there and look at that Ophiuchus reading if you feel so inclined. I'm going to put this one back in for 1 second. I have this Magician that comes out here on top of that, which is somebody who's really making things happen in their lives. This is someone who's a master manifester. This is someone who's praying for the right things and their prayers are being answered. It's very good news. Whatever it is, it feels like you have worked hard to be the best that you can for a long time, honestly, and all of a sudden people are starting to notice. I've got the Knight of Cups that comes out on its side there. That's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. There's someone who has their eye on you here. I feel like it's from a distance. For some reason, this Knight of Cups is someone who wants to offer love to you in some way. Oh, I'm going to clarify in a minute. Don't worry. All right, so I have the Lovers card that comes out and the Ten of Swords, and then I have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Okie dokie, here's the deal. So this Knight of Cups is someone who is just very loving, they're very kind, they're very sweet, they're very passionate, they can be very beautiful, they're wonderful, they're great. When they come out with the Lovers card, oh my gosh, they're even better, even greater, even more spectacular. It's fantastic. And then we have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is the minor arcana of the Death card, but it's also the energy of an on-again, off-again relationship. This Ace of Pentacles that comes out in the reverse, you know, the Ace of Pentacles is my favorite card to get in any reading, whether it's family, career, love, anything, right? Ace of Pentacles is something that we can take to the bank. It's something we would want to invest in because it makes sense to. When it's in the reverse, it's not. Okay? All right, so it feels like we have somebody that may be coming back around from your past, someone you have pretty much the big feels for, and they've got the big feels for you. However, it hasn't gone well in the past, so why would we want to do it one more time? You know, I always call the Ten of Swords the Julius Caesar card. Like, oh, it wasn't good for 9 times. Let's try one more final stab, right? Oh, yeah, let's not. This Lovers card, though, is the card of Gemini, and it's a finite choice in love. Either you're all in or you're all out. That's kind of how it's feeling. Okay. You're in such a good place, Sagittarius. I'm not entirely sure you would want to continue on with this. I have the Strength in the reverse, though. This is somebody that you almost kind of can't keep yourself away from. That's probably why it's happened so many times here with this on-again, off-again feelings thing here with this Ten of Swords. Let's see where your head's at here. I've got the Three of Swords. This is what I call the Ben and Jerry's card of the deck. This is the impending breakup. And I feel like you feel this. I feel like you think this is a possibility. And that's why you're not feeling like you can sign off on it with this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. The Ace of Pentacles in the reverse is something that you feel like does not authentically embody you and what you want for yourself or your future. Okay. All right, well, I feel like your head's pretty clear about it. Yeah, I got the Nine of Wands out here. This is called our Wounded Warrior card. This is somebody who's been burned in the past, and so now they're starting to put up some boundaries for themselves. This is somebody who says, you know what, if you're going to be in and out like that, if you're going to do that continually, yeah, and make me a choice, then I am going to go read this book over here and block all of your calls. That's kind of how it feels. All right, let me clarify with another deck real quick for you, Sagittarius. Let's use this Marielle. Oh, I was using the Chipotle deck. That's all right. We'll use this one. And I got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. And I got the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Shoot. All right, so here's the situation I think that unfolds here. This is a rather specific story, so I don't know if it will be yours or not. But this Knight of Swords is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy here. It kind of feels like they're the person that's sort of embodying this kind of on-again, off-again person in your life. But this Knight of Swords in the reverse, I feel like they say something. They stick their foot in their mouth in a way that is like kind of triggering to your ear. It kind of makes you listen for a little bit closer, because this Seven of Swords, as you know, possibly if you're a tarot card reader, is kind of a shady dude, right? The Seven of Swords is somebody who's always trying to get away with something that doesn't belong to them. They can be kind of deceitful. They are known as being kind of like the lying liar who's always lying, right? So it feels like this person says something, despite all of this person's loving feelings, there's something about what this person says to you that feels not only a little immature, but also dishonest. And I feel like it triggers something in you that causes some kind of final ending for you and causes you to put up some pretty healthy boundaries here. And I don't think you're even remotely upset about it. I feel like you saw it coming. Yes, indeed. So I have the Eight of Swords that comes out here in addition to this Nine of Wands. The Eight of Swords is all about blocking and communication. It can be exactly what I said. Now I'm just going to read this book and block all of your calls. That's pretty much it in a nutshell, right? This Three of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody you could just never seem to get on the same page with, and it goes right on top of this Three of Swords. So you got two threes right on top of each other, which is an energy of trying to form some kind of stability out of something that just simply doesn't feel stable. All right, I feel like you're very clear about this. I feel like you're really smart about this. I think that you have your head on straight. I think you've had your head on straight for a while. It's actually pretty impressive, Sagittarius. I think that you cut through any kind of BS that could possibly have come your way. I feel like I think you've just really bossed up and smartened up in some way, and you're not going to be fooled by this, although this person does come in and there is that Strength in the reverse card that kind of indicates that they kind of are your Achilles heel or your kryptonite in some way. I'm not sure. I just don't feel like you're going to commit to this, whatever it is. I feel like it's been an on again, off again sort of thing for long enough. You've kind of seen how it's going to go. You've experienced it enough times to know better at this point, and you've kind of got your eyes on a brighter, better future for yourself. Very good, Sagittarius. You're smart. I love ya. All right, thanks for letting me read for you. Next up, we have Leo. Leo, I am going to use this Hush Tarot for Leo. Actually, yeah, I'm going to use this Hush Tarot for Leo. Find out what you guys have going on. For Leo, we have the the Knight of Pentacles that comes out on its side. This is somebody who's trying to make positive choices for themselves for the future. They're not sure what foot they're going to put in front of the next. They're kind of waiting to find. I'm hearing like, are you the gate master? I am the key master. Are you the gatekeeper? I am the key master. There it is. I got the Fool in the reverse. There's somebody here who's nervous about starting over again. They're nervous about taking the first step in a situation. And I have the Two of Pentacles here. This is somebody who's really struggling to keep all of the balls up in the air right now. It feels like this person needs to put something down. So it feels like I have a delayed start here with this Fool in the reverse. There's somebody here who knows that they have to end something so they can start something new, but they're putting it off, and they're putting it off for some reason. Hey, thanks, Jess, for time stamping. I appreciate you. This Five of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody who's worried about money. They're worried about what this ending and this new beginning could mean. This is probably why they've been juggling things for so long. It almost feels like we have a person that's maybe juggling two jobs or something, trying to make ends meet. It feels like it's been difficult. It feels like it's been stressful. It feels like we're underwater. And I got the Tower that comes out on top of that. Fine. So this is something that you kind of saw coming before it even happened. Or this could be a situation that's been slowly eroding at you for some time. It feels like you have it feels like your head's kind of underwater, maybe in business, maybe financially, something like that. This is somebody who's doing everything that they can to keep it all above ground on their own, it feels like. There's someone who needs to put an end to something. They know they need to put an end to something just so that they can start something new, something that's going to be more beneficial to them, but they feel like they're holding on to something for some reason, like they've invested a lot in something, and so they don't want to give it up regardless of how poorly it's going. I have the Two of Swords in the reverse. And so you've got the Two of Pentacles here, and you got the Two of Swords in the reverse. That's two twos. This is somebody who needs a more functional partnership in their business life or in their family life in some way, because this is a person that's been trying to do everything on their own for so long, and now they're in need of help and they're in need of a partnership, but it almost feels like too little too late. And I have the Temperance card in the reverse. That's the card of Sagittarius. This is somebody who has to look at their habits, their routines. I'm hearing balancing the checkbook. Ouch. The Temperance in the reverse has to look at like all of the little habits, all of the little situations, all of the little tiny addictions, all of these little things that have all added up, all the little chump change in their life that's now added up to like these major deficits. And we're going to have to take off the illusions of what we thought it was on paper, and now we got to look at the reality of it. Maybe now we got to look at the reality on paper. I'm not sure. And now I have the Four of Wands. Oh, hang on. And I got the Nine of Cups. This is great though. Okay, so it's almost like we feel like we have this space of kind of sucking a little bit, like where we have somebody who needs a new beginning. They need a fresh new start. There's somebody who's kind of been putting off this, putting off ending something so they can start something new. Trust me, whatever you're headed towards this, the new thing, you want that. You definitely want to head towards that. So as soon as you can, find a way to cut ties with whatever this is and pack your bags and head over to this side of the table. But more about that in a minute. But let me get another deck. Let's use this Manga Tarot. It feels like someone has been juggling a lot. It feels like they've been having to do the job of more than one person. They need a functional partnership in their life. It feels like you're losing money day in and day out. And it feels like you can't get out of this situation until you have somebody that steps up and helps you out in this situation. I don't know, it's like passing on the torch is kind of what needs to happen here. With this Temperance in the reverse, this is somebody who says, you know what, I feel like I'm starting to have health problems because of all this stress. You know, I feel like I'm starting to develop bad habits because of this situation. I think it's time for a change. I have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. It feels like your energy, even though it's Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy, but this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody who says, you know what, I want to focus more on my home life. I want to focus more on nurturing myself. I want to nurture my own business. I want to start something new for myself, and I don't feel like I can because I'm still having to take care of other people, or I'm having to take care of somebody else's business or somebody else's house, somebody else's situation. And I have the King of Swords. This is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, somebody that comes in and says, then tells the truth about what it is. King of Swords is usually like a mentor. There's somebody other people look up to, somebody that people come to it for advice. This is somebody who dishes it out, and they what they say goes. This is somebody who lays down the law in a situation. I feel like this is you. I feel like you're taking stock of the changes that need to be made, and I think you're telling the truth to the other people involved here, saying, look, I need to go in a different direction. I need you guys to figure out how to take this situation over so that you can release me to go do what it is that I want to do. Because having this Ace of Wands come out on its side, this is somebody who sees there's a new trail for themselves. The Ace of Wands is very trailblazing. In addition to being highly sexually passionate, it's very trailblazing. This is very creative. It's somebody who says, I see a new way for myself. I need you to pick up the slack so I can move on. Very clear. All right, so what are we moving on to over here with this Nine of Cups and this Four of Wands? The Ace of Pentacles. Of course we are. Of course we are. So we got one ace that leads to the other. And what do I say about the Ace of Pentacles? It's my favorite. It's my favorite because it's something that you want to invest in authentically. It makes sense for you. It belongs to you. This is something that if you plant this seed, it will surely grow into something profitable because it is something that you are doing for yourself, something that makes sense for you, or something that feels authentic to you. So all of this creativity, all of this passion is leading you directly towards this, which is going to be a lot of fulfillment. And this Four of Wands, I have to be honest with you, it can be a divinely guided soulmate. It's definitely about spiritual awakening. Let me get a little bit more. What's this? Four of Wands, Six of Wands. Very good. All right. So whatever it is that you want to move towards, it feels like a homecoming. It can feel like a victory. It can feel like a success. It can feel like, and I think that you're kind of on the fence about it right now. Like you're unsure of if it's going to go that way or not, but that's kind of what's connecting you here. There's almost like admiration that comes from you making this change. It feels like being at the right place at the right time. It feels like a lot of success. Yeah, that's what it is. And I got the Two of Cups, nailed it. I knew that was what it was going to be. So I was like, what is this Four of Wands? Because the Four of Wands could be, again, a divinely guided soulmate union. It can be a marriage card, something like that. Coming out with that is this Two of Cups, which is a card of partnership. It's also one of our soulmate cards in the deck. Very good. You. That's kind of where you're headed, to all good things. It just kind of feels like you're the one that's having to be in charge of everything right now. It feels like you can't get a break. You can't get a vacation. You can't get a life of your own in some way. And it feels like you're kind of like chomping at the bit to get out there and do what it is that you want to do. It feels like this has been a long time coming. You're kind of just waiting on other people to figure it out, to kind of release you from some kind of, I don't know, it's like a mental purgatory in a way, but I feel like you're kind of getting sick of it. Like it's kind of like being the boss and wanting to quit, but you can't find anybody to fill your position. Does that sound familiar? I think that might be somebody's story out there. Alrighty, thanks for letting me read for you, Leo. Next up we have Aries. I'm gonna stick with this manga tarot for Aries and find out how you guys are doing. Seven of Cups in the reverse. Hold on, let me get a little bit more because that can be a couple of different things. Seven of Cups is about emotions. Queen of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Okay. I like it. Hold on. Seven of Wands, very good. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm looking at. I got the Queen of Pentacles here, and then we got 3 sevens right on top of each other. Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, 7, 7, 7. This is somebody who's really smart. This is whoever you are, Aries. You are kind of embodying this Queen of Pentacles energy. Doesn't matter about your gender, doesn't matter about your zodiac sign. This Queen of Pentacles, though, comes out on its side. This is somebody who says, what's important? What's actually important? What's important on me to focus on? This is somebody who feels like they've been stressed out by other people's drama. They've been waiting on other things to improve. You've been waiting on financial situations to improve. You've had a lot of emotions that you didn't know how to deal with over the last probably year, year and a half, something like that. This is somebody who's kind of started to get down on their knees and pray every day to be making the right choices because they're at this point where they're saying, I don't want any more drama. I don't want to deal with other people's drama. I just want to be happy. I want to be peaceful. I want to be balanced, and I want everybody else to feel that way too. And so you're very, very wise, whoever you are, with this Queen of Pentacles energy, somebody who's kind of seeing outside of the box for yourself. You're someone who's learned how to stop before you speak. You're someone who has learned to stop before you judge another person. You're someone who has learned to stop before you let your emotions get the better of you. And you've learned to not invest in other people's drama. You're someone who has bossed up emotionally and spiritually. Congratulations, pat yourself on the back. Very good work, very good job. I wish I was you today. I got the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Hold on. Ace of Cups in the reverse can be a lot of tears cried, and this could be somebody who feels like they've lost themselves. Now we've got the Nine of Wands. This is somebody who's the wounded warrior. This is somebody who's been burned in the past. We have someone who's cried a lot of tears about a situation. We have someone who's asked a higher power for guidance in some way, but we're also somebody here who's putting up healthy boundaries all of a sudden. Good job, you. What was I saying about this Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior, somebody who's been burned in the past, and so they've started to put up healthy boundaries around themselves. Good job. Why wouldn't you? Makes perfect sense. It feels like you're getting smarter emotionally. You're not letting other people bait you, and you are not choosing to engage in other people's business or drama. I have the Ten of Wands in the reverse. It feels like you've seen something recently where, I don't know if it was you that kind of drove things off the ditch from being impulsive with something you said, or if this was somebody else who's kind of upended a situation that's affected you in some way. With that Ten of Wands, we have some kind of fallout, you know. But that's somebody who's trying to see above the tree line. They're trying to be the bigger person in this situation, and they're not trying to be the bigger person so they can be the bigger person. They're trying to be the bigger person because that's what feels authentic to them now. It's somebody who has learned how they want to conduct themselves, and now they're holding themselves to a higher standard, whoever that is, whether it's, and it's going to have to come from a place of authenticity where you say, no, I'm not just pretending to be the bigger person and on the inside going, me. No, it's not that anymore. This is somebody who's really, really bossed up emotionally. Good job, you. I got the Six of Swords that comes out on its side. This is somebody who's trying to move on. They're trying to move on, and it feels like this is your energy. Like, can we just move out of this situation? I don't want to deal with it anymore. It feels like you're kind of still waiting on other people to get into the same headspace as you. And that's okay. They will, or they won't. And I got the Death card. Yeah. Or they won't. All right, so the death card is the card of Scorpio, but this is somebody who says, and I'm done. I'm done and I'm going to bounce. That's pretty much that situation. This death card is a final ending. It's painful transformation that's necessary, right? To get us from point A to point B. Good job, you. Let me grab this Chicoli deck. See if we can look a little bit further. Good job. I got the Seven of Pentacles here, right on top of the Seven of Pentacles. So that would be the fourth seven out for you. Very good. So Seven of Pentacles twice. This is somebody who's waiting on things to improve. This is somebody who's waiting to decide what to do next. This is somebody who takes a break before they take action. This is somebody who's just waiting to see if all of this is going to get better. Because it feels like I was saying, you're somebody who has all of a sudden learned how to conduct yourself in a different way that's more authentic to you. It feels like you're waiting on other people to get on the same page, or you're waiting to see if all the work you have done, if it's going to be profitable, if it's going to pay off. And I got the Queen of Swords, that's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and I have the Eight of Wands. Very good. So this is somebody, like I was saying, it's not like you're doing it just for pretend. It's not like you're just pretending to be a better version of yourself. You're someone who's saying, all right, well, whenever you're ready to talk, I'm ready to talk. Whenever you're ready to be open and honest about this situation, I'm ready to be that way too. And I'm going to be as kind as I can be, but I'm not going to sugarcoat my words in any way. This leads to some kind of ending where everyone is able to move on from something. And I don't know how this relates to you. I don't know what this situation is in your life, but this Eight of Wands energy is fast moving direct communication, as is this Queen of Swords energy. And I got the Six of Wands that comes out here, which is somebody who is really wanting to, and it's right next to this Six of Swords. So you got two sixes here. Really, it's what we're asking here is to look at the toxicities, look at the honest truth of what these toxicities have been, and let's see if we can find a solution so we can move everybody out of this situation. Now, I'm not sure everybody's going to be on board with you here, Aries, but this is your intention. And if you are coming from this standpoint with very honest, authentic feelings and emotions about this, I mean, it's kind of undeniable that you've tried to ask for help here, but you have to be prepared that whoever you're talking to may not be quite in the place that you're in just yet, because I have the Page of Wands in the reverse, which is someone who feels like a lot of these messages may be kind of inflammatory in some way. It's like you may want to reach out to kind of fix a situation, but the other person involved on the other side of this may not be feeling quite as mature as you are that day. Something like that. But they may not play ball quite the way that you were hoping that they would, something like that. Just keep that in mind. Just keep it in mind that not everyone is always going to live up to your expectations. They're not always going to do things the way that you wish that they would, or that you think that they should. And I think that you're kind of aware of that now. You're somebody who doesn't want to deal with the drama anymore. You'd rather just be happy. And I think that you're really putting that to the forefront of your energy. Very good job. Thanks for letting me read for you, Aries. Next up, we have Capricorn, first of our earth signs. Let us use this Deviant Moon Tarot for Capricorn. I got the Page of Cups out for Capricorn in the reverse. This is somebody who, it's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. This is someone who sends a message of, I'm sorry. Or this is someone who feels like they should send a message of, I'm sorry. Something like that. Let me look a little further. I have the Judgment card. This is kind of a wake-up call for someone. This is somebody who has the light bulb switched on. Some kind of like, it's time to pay attention. Wake up and smell the roses. Something like that. Now you have the King of Cups out here, which is also Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, but this is somebody who had given their heart to somebody else. We have some kind of awakening that happens here with this Page of Cups in the reverse. There's somebody here who needs to send a message or extend a message of honest apology, kindness, love, something like that. This Five of Pentacles energy that crosses this is somebody who feels like they're impoverished. But it feels like it has to do with love, though. This could be somebody who feels like they're separated from someone or someone that they love. Hold on. I have the Strength card that comes out there. That's the card of Leo. Ace of Wands in the reverse. And the Three of Cups. All right, very good. Okay. Alrighty, so this seems to be kind of the situation. It feels like we have someone who maybe extended their heart to another person, or maybe they are planning to, or they're going to, I'm not sure. Page of Cups in the reverse can be a message or an offer of love to someone. It feels like you gave your whole heart to another person. It feels like there was some kind of awakening, some kind of reckoning, some kind of wake-up call situation where someone ended up maybe not receiving as much as they wanted to in some way. Like this Ace of Wands in the reverse is somebody who all of a sudden, it's kind of like the torch that's doused in a bucket of water, something like that. Ace of Wands in the reverse can be kind of a turn-off situation. I've got the Strength card here, where someone who's kind of trying to muscle their way through this situation. What can I do to control this? What can I do to make this situation better? With this Three of Cups that comes out on its side, it can indicate like a reconciliation or a coming together. It can be a reunion of some sort. Let me get out another deck, because honestly it's clear as mud to me. Let's use this Star Power Tarot for Capricorn. What is this Page of Cups in the reverse about? I got the World card and I got the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so basically I'm just going to take them out here and we'll just put them on the side of the table. I don't always check the bottoms of the deck or when I split them, but today I did. This World card, this Wheel of Fortune, this is somebody who understands that they're coming to an end of a cycle, or something that they thought was going to work out is not working out. And now we have a change. We have a change of direction. This Wheel of Fortune is somebody who says, yeah, I kind of saw that coming. But there's also been some kind of a delay or a standstill in some way with this Wheel of Fortune energy. I got the Ten of Cups on here. This is somebody who thought they had met their match, their be-all, end-all. The Ten of Cups can be a card of marriage. It can be a soulmate card, something like that. This is somebody that either you or this other person extended their whole heart to another person. There was something that happened here that was kind of a reckoning, a wake-up call. There was some kind of turn off or turn down or something like that. There was some kind of reconciliation or reunion of some sort. I got the King of Wands here. That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, and the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody who feels like they didn't wait long enough for something to improve, where this King of Wands feels like they went out on a limb and the limb didn't support them in some way. That's kind of how it feels like. There was like a lot of bravery behind this King of Wands energy. This was somebody who saw something that they wanted and they went after it. And something happened. There was some kind of judgment call where it was just kind of a no-go situation. I don't know if this is your love life, if this is your career, if this is related to family or finance or whatever, but this Seven of Pentacles in the reverse indicates that somebody waited a long time for this situation to get better. They waited a long time for this situation to happen. And it goes right on top of this reconciliation card. You could have waited a long time for some kind of reconciliation. Ultimately, it left somebody feeling like they had a lack in something, like they were at kind of a loss, whether it was financially or emotionally. I have the Five of Swords in the reverse. This is somebody who says, you know, I think I can just let you go. I think I can just cut ties with this situation. I'm not feeling that you're entirely devastated by this, although it feels like there was a lot of heart put into this. This could be the other person's feelings towards you. It feels like that somebody invested a lot of emotion in this, but there was some kind of bad timing. There was some kind of delay in timing. There was some kind of problem here. It does feel like someone invested a lot of their heart, though, and all of a sudden it feels like somebody's cutting someone off or cutting someone out. And I have the Emperor here. This is the card of Divine Masculine. It's also the card of Aries. This is somebody who's a boss. They're a mentor. They're kind of large and in charge. There's somebody who's taking control of the situation again. Remember how I was saying with this Strength card, it feels like somebody who's trying to take control of a situation in some way. That kind of goes with that Emperor. This may be someone who's controlling, a little bit controlling. I got the Queen of Cups that comes out here. So we've got the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. That's a true pair here. Or in someone's mind, it was a true pair. This is somebody who was watching somebody from a distance for some time with that Queen of Cups energy. This could be someone who had a fascination or something like that. There's someone who tried to control the situation. It ended up kind of being a turnoff in some sort of way. There was some kind of reunion or something that led to someone cutting a situation out of their life or something. There's some kind of delay in timing, something that just wasn't necessarily working out. Ultimately, ultimately, Capricorn, I feel like whatever side of this coin you're on, whatever role you play in this story, because it's kind of specific, but also kind of convoluted, I'm not sure, that I don't feel like you're too entirely torn up about it. It feels like you're kind of, honestly, very at peace about this situation. It doesn't feel like you're devastated in any way, although there was a lot of heart put into whatever this was. It just feels like something that was not good timing, or there was some kind of problem, something that caused some kind of delay, something that was some kind of a wake-up call that caused you to say, you know, I'm okay, I think I'm good on my own, or something like that. This Emperor is always good on their own. This Emperor is someone who runs their own empire, and so of course they're used to doing everything on their own. They're very smart, they're very wise, they're very capable, and it feels like you're not getting too bent out of shape about this, whatever it was for you. Thank you for letting me read for you, Capricorn. That was your reading for the week. Next up we have Virgo. Alrighty, what do we have for our Virgos? I'm going to use this Artist Inner Vision Tarot for Virgos. I got the Death card out for Virgo. Alrighty. So Death is the card of Scorpio. This is definitely an ending to something. It feels like it's your charge. It's that you're in charge of this. So you're in control of whatever this ending is. It feels like it's your choice. It's what you want to do. It's what, it feels good to you. I don't know if I say feel, yeah, it does. It does feel good to you. We've got the Page of Cups here that comes out on top of that. The Page of Cups in the upright position is someone who's feeling a lot of love in their lives for another person. This is somebody who wants to reach out and talk to somebody. This is somebody who's experienced an ending in some way. Hold on one second. I got the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Hold on. Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. All right, hold on one second. This is like a really specific story that's coming through. Let me just get a couple more out. Yes, I'm so right. Oh my gosh, you're so right, I should say. What? Okay. All right, cool. Okay, so this is kind of the situation. This is what I got. So we have the Death card here, so we've had some kind of major ending. And I've got this Page of Cups here that comes out right with this, with the Knight of Cups in the reverse, okay? And the Nine of Cups in the reverse as well. So we got the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Cups here. Now we've got the Page of Pentacles here. And then we have the Lovers card, which is card of Gemini. I got the Ten of Wands that comes out in the reverse, and I also have the Strength card. So there's somebody, this is really specific. So this Death card, it feels like you've just recently experienced an ending in a relationship. I feel like it was a love relationship, and I don't know how that went down. I don't know what the situation was. I feel like it was your choice. It was your decision. You let it go, and it's kind of, you're still kind of sitting in it, but you're kind of moving on as well. You're just kind of dealing with your feelings about it. Now, there's somebody who's been watching you for a while. I know that sounds creepy, and I don't mean like in a sinister kind of stalkery way. I mean somebody who's kind of had their eye on you for a while, and they would hate for me to tell you this, but it feels like they've been waiting for you to end something so that they can come towards you. All right. Okay. So this Lovers card comes out with this. And this is somebody who's been watching you for quite some time, to the point that it's kind of started to bother them a little bit. Like, I think they're questioning their motives even at this point. Like, they're like, oh my gosh, I don't know if they're watching your social media pages, or if you have like some kind of, I don't know what it is you would do, or if maybe, I don't know. I don't get a sinister vibe from them, but I feel like they're starting to say like, you know what, I need to talk to them. It's starting to bug me. I'm starting to obsess about this person. So this person, I feel like there's because we got two pages on here. There's somebody here who's been trying to send a message. They keep deleting the message. They don't know, like, they know what they want to say, but they think the timing's going to be off. They're afraid of this. And the thing is that I feel like they're doing it when they've been drinking late at night. This is very specific information. If this is your reading, you'll know it. So this Lovers card is the card of Gemini, and this is about a finite choice in love, right? Either you're all in or you're all out. You choose this one person, all the other options are wiped off the table, or vice versa. You don't choose this one person, you get to keep all your other options, but you might not get to keep that other person, right? Okay, so and Ten of Wands is somebody who's kind of starting to obsess to the point they can't stand it. Now, this could be you watching another person, or this could be someone else watching you, and that's kind of how it feels. Now, with this Strength card that comes out here, well, I'm going to clarify the Strength in a minute. It's the card of Leo, but hold on. Yeah, I got the Magician. There's a major amount of change here. This person, whoever has their eye on you, which it could be an Ophiuchus for me, that's the card of Ophiuchus. Some other readers will say it's Aries. But whoever this person is that's kind of got their eye on you, this is somebody who's trying to make it happen. They're trying to manifest you. Like, how can I run into them? How can I find them? How can I bump into them? At the market, at the gas station, at the library, in the hallway, whatever. I have this World card here, which is very interesting. It's similar to this death energy for you, where you're wrapping up cycles. You're just doing your thing. You're living your life. You're just doing what you're supposed to do. You're putting one foot in the front of the other. You're healing from these situations of loss, these energies of endings. And it feels like you have, hold on. Yeah, I got the Eight of Pentacles. Yep, focusing on work. That's all you're doing. Kind of nose to the grindstone kind of thing, minding your own business. And I got the Knight of Cups out twice. All right, this is somebody who feels like they may, there's either this fear that you're going to shoot them down, or maybe you have in the past. I don't know who this person is, but they're definitely somebody who's coming towards you with this energy of wanting to give you some kind of love, some kind of, okay, can we go out? Can I see you? Can we talk? Or something like that. Someone who's definitely interested in you. But with this Knight of Cups twice out and once in the reverse, this is somebody who's feeling either insecure about the situation, insecure, worried that you're not going to, or afraid that you're going to turn them down in some way, or someone who keeps second guessing themselves. I think I was saying like they keep like typing messages and then deleting them, and it's like when they feel like they have enough liquid courage in them, they'll type it up and then they'll delete it again, and something like that. It's cute, but it's starting to erode at them a little bit. I have the King of Pentacles here. This is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. This is your energy. This is someone who's kind of a boss in their life right now. Somebody who's like doing very well. You're very admirable. A lot of people might be admiring you right now. You may have like a resurgence of finances coming in for yourself. You're someone other people are looking up to. It just, things are really going well for you. This other person is seeing you this way. I think maybe this is what's causing their insecurity. I'm hearing inferiority. I have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. Somebody has watched you go through some kind of a breakup. That Ten of Cups goes right on top of that Death card. I mean, I suppose it's possible that this person who's been watching you for a while might also be from your past, like maybe your past or something like that. This Ten of Cups in the reverse, though, is someone who may have dealt with a divorce situation or dissolution of a partnership that was of significance to them in some way. It feels like other people have watched how you've dealt with that. You've been kind of like a rock is what I hear. I have the Hanged Man that comes out. This person's been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for this moment. Almost like they feel like they're sick for feeling that way. Like almost like, I don't think they wish doom and gloom on your relationship, but I think they were hopeful. Oh no. All right. No judgment. And I got the Sun, good. And I got the Ace of Swords, perfect. All right, so basically they've been waiting on you to heal from this situation, whatever it was. The Hangman is somebody who's waiting to take action. They're waiting for divine inspiration. They're waiting for you to be at the space that you need to be in for you to hear whatever it is they want to say. And this Ace of Swords is like a message of truth. It's a message of clarity. It's something that's going to set things right. If you've had any questioning, if you've been questioning this person's motives, you don't have to anymore. Their motives are to love you and to be quietly, totally obsessed with you from a distance, whoever this person is. If you don't know who this person is, it may be a past lover, something like that, but it's definitely somebody who's had their eye on you for a while from a distance. Could be watching your social media pages. There's a little bit of insecurity that comes from them. I'm not entirely sure what it is. I think it could just be that you're that great. Honestly, with that King of Pentacles energy, you could be a superior to them, like at work or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, you take it as it resonates. If it does at all, it's awfully adorable. I wish I was you this week, Virgo. Next up, we have Taurus. Thank you for letting me read for you, Virgo. I'll catch up with you next week. All right, for Taurus, we are going to use this Tarot of Wonderland. Oh, we're not going to use that one. We're going to use this Chicoli deck. All right, we're going to use the Chicoli deck for Taurus. I get the Ace of Wands in the reverse, popular guy tonight. Ace of Wands in the reverse is somebody who feels like they don't want to do it anymore. The pathway is no longer clear. This could be somebody who just, they're not interested anymore. There's like a distaste in their mouths now, where they, at one point they were super passionate, turned on by something, now they're not. I always say it's like a torch being doused in a bucket of water. Well, that's unfortunate. I got the Eight of Wands that comes out here. This is somebody who has to break the news. They want to talk about a situation. They want to communicate about a situation. I get the Devil in the reverse. Well, this may be what's turned you off here, Taurus. This Devil in the reverse is somebody who's really struggled to take control of their issues, toxicities, and possibly addictions. The Devil is the card of Capricorn, but it's really specifically talking about things we chain ourselves to, that we believe that we're chained to in some way whenever we have it in the reverse. I feel like either you're acknowledging these things in this person that they're just kind of unwilling to change, or you're acknowledging these things in yourself and you want to start talking about them, one or the other. But there's something in here that's like a real turn off to you, or about this other person, or about yourself. And don't be hard on yourself or other people who are battling with these addictions. It's not because they want to. And unfortunately, sometimes you get dragged into their mess, and it's your job to extract yourself from that. But it certainly isn't our job to judge them, right? Okay. Next up, we have the Page of Pentacles. This is somebody who, they want to send a message of support, but they want to be able to do it from a distance. That's kind of how that feels. This is somebody who says, you know, I am so happy to love you from afar. I have the Two of Cups in the reverse. This is someone who says, I can't do it anymore. We got to let each other go. Okay, hold on. A couple more out with this deck. Ten of Pentacles on its side. And the Temperance in the reverse. Heck yeah. All right, now we got the Two of Pentacles. Okay, one more. Star in the reverse. Okay. All righty. Okay. I'm just waiting for this section to... There we go. Perfect. All right. Okay. So basically what we have here, we've got this kind of total turn off. Somebody wants to talk about it. They want to talk about these toxicities that have been present, these things that have been put on the back burner. We haven't been dealing with them for a long time. It's kind of come to a head. This has kind of turned you off in some way. You don't want to do it anymore. You want to extract yourself. You're saying, I cannot hold on to this relationship any longer. When we have the Two of Cups in the reverse, this is someone who says, you know what, soulmate, no soulmate. Nobody's going to be putting up with this, not this Devil in reverse energy. This is a message that's saying, like, yes, I do love you. I just really want the best for you, but I need you to be apart from me. I need to say this from a distance. This Temperance in the reverse is somebody who says, I need somebody to get their head together. And these could be your words for yourself too. So you just take it as it resonates, if it does at all. But this is somebody who says, I can't have it anymore. I can't have it in my life anymore. I'm seeing how it's starting to tear me apart, how it's starting to do things, how it's starting to tear me up, starting to affect my life in some way. With this Star card in the reverse, that's the card of Aquarius, but this is somebody who has to say, these are dreams that I need to let go of, because I can see that my path is going in a different direction than per se yours is, right? Okay, now this Ten of Pentacles, you may have shared a home with this person, you may have shared finances with this person, you may have worked with this person, you may have had a relationship of stability with this person at one time. Whenever it comes out on its side here, this is somebody who's saying, you know what, I feel like I can do this on my own, because there's been a lot of chaos that's been caused in the recent past because of X, Y, and Z situations. I don't want to do it anymore. With this Two of Pentacles in the reverse, this is somebody who's dropped everything that they were juggling because they can't do it all on their own any longer. So we have that falling apart, and then we have the Judgment card that comes out. This is somebody who can finally see the forest for the trees. They can see over the fence line. They can see where they need to go next. It really does feel like, and this is what will happen when you're in these toxic relationships or situations where it really is like you can't see the forest for the trees, because narcissistic behavior can be really clouding. It can cloud your judgment. It can cause you to question your own judgment. Addiction and narcissism kind of follow each other hand in hand sometimes, because there's a lot of putting one's needs above others when it comes to addiction. It can be a lot of clouded thinking for people who have addictions. And so it kind of creates this, this kind of juggling effect, right? Where we're trying to keep all the balls up in the air. And whenever we have all this fallout, we have to deal with it. And it can be really messy. And it can be hard to see where one thing ends and where one thing begins, and how to navigate through this labyrinth, right? But now all of a sudden, this is the week where we have somebody who has their eyes awakened, their eyes opened to this situation, what it really is, and what's gonna happen here. I'm gonna use this Mary L. Tarot to clarify just a little further. All right, I got the Page of Cups, good. And I got the Devil in reverse again. All right, fine, again. Okay. All right, so either you're dealing with a Capricorn who hasn't been on very good behavior, or again, we have somebody who's really acknowledging some major toxicities in their lives that they don't want to be party to anymore. Good job, you. That's smart. It takes guts. It takes a lot to remove yourself and extract yourself from situations of addiction, whether they're in yourself or within another person, right? We have this Page of Cups, which is very similar energy to this Page of Pentacles when it comes out on its side. This is somebody who says, I love you. I support you. I want the best for you. We're going to do it from a distance. I choose to let you go because I want the very best things for you. I want you to move on peacefully and happily. I got the Four of Swords that comes out, and again, the Two of Pentacles, whoever you are. Taurus, you're smarty pants. You've had the Two of Pentacles out twice in the reverse now. You may have had some kind of a fallout here situation where all of a sudden we're having to pick up a bunch of pieces because of this situation. Could be a loss of a home, could be a loss of finances in some way, but we definitely have a separation or a break that's happening with this Four of Swords energy, or we have one that's kind of needing to be taken with that Four of Swords energy. And I have the Empress in reverse, and I have the Fool card. You know what? That's exactly right. This is somebody, and this is what I was saying about this Temperance card, which is the card of Sagittarius, but this is somebody who feels like they've had their entire world flipped upside down because of this situation. Again, this could be inside of you, or this can be in a relationship. And this Empress, whenever they're in the reverse, this is somebody who's having to fight for their family, fight for their home, having to fight for stability within their home or within themselves. This is someone who doesn't feel like they've been able to live their best selves, their best lives for a long time, or at least their authentic selves and their authentic lives for a long time, because they haven't had the resources that they've needed to deal with this situation, whatever that means, whether it's financial or whether it's emotional. These Devil in reverse energies, when we're talking about addictions and toxicities, they can be expensive, right? And we could have somebody here who's been damaged financially because of this. With this Fool card energy, there's this understanding that there is a new start that's right around the corner for whoever you are, for whoever this reading is for. And it feels like you have taken the first step into extracting yourself from whatever this was. And there's no lack of love here in this situation. I'm not saying that you guys don't love each other. It's not that. There's a lot of love here. But there's just this understanding that someone has a responsibility to themselves to provide stability to themselves and to provide for themselves and for their family in some way. And it's causing them to want to remove themselves so that they can move on to something that's healthy or something better. And that's where we arrive at this Fool card. The Fool is the number 0, which is the first card of our major arcana in the deck of Tarot. Good job, you. You're somebody who is off to new, fresh starts, but there's some kind of awakening that happens for you this week, Taurus, and it feels really good for you. It feels very freeing for you, although it's kind of hard to get to that point because, again, dealing with some of these Devil in reverse energies, which you've got out a couple of times here, you know, it's not easy. It's not easy to know how to navigate it. You've done a good job. You're smart. And if you've been struggling with clarity around a situation like this, or if this was your story, I think this is the week that you figure it out for yourself. Good job, you smarty pants. All right, I'll talk to you guys next week. Aquarius, you guys are next. Let us look. We're going to use the Hush Tarot for Aquarius. All right, hang on one second. Sorry, I forgot how to drink out of a cup. I'm only 42. Maybe this will be the year I figure it out. You never know. All right. Aquarius. We have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse for Aquarius. All right, seems to be a running theme. This is somebody who feels like they can't keep it all up in the air anymore. They feel like they can't balance it all anymore. They feel like they're about to drop something, like they can't keep it all up anymore. There's somebody who's also seeking, feels like they may be seeking a partnership or seeking some kind of information that's going to lead them to some kind of a partnership or some kind of a key. It feels like somebody has... Hold on one second. I have the Five of Pentacles that comes out here, which can be a loss or a separation. It feels like we have someone who's trying to make sure that doesn't happen. With that Five of Pentacles, there's someone who feels like they are in a no-win situation, having to make a no-win decision. This could be in career, this could be in love, this can be in family. I have the Two of Cups here. We're talking about a soulmate relationship. I got 2 twos out here already, which is about a partnership of some sort. There could be an impending separation or something like that with that Five of Pentacles. Again, there's somebody here who doesn't know what the right decision is to make. There's somebody who feels like underwater in something, like they're kind of like in a bubble, like they don't know how to get out. With this Two of Cups that comes out here, this is again a soulmate relationship or a partnership, and it looks healthy and it looks happy and it looks so good, you know. But there is, I'm going to clarify with another deck, I'm not sure. I got the Ace of Wands. There's a lot of sexual passion here between you and this other person. If this is a love relationship, if this is a career dynamic that is kind of experiencing some kind of turmoil here, it would be like a very creative partnership. It would be someone that you created a lot of prosperity with. There's like very artistic. There's just like a lot of passion with the Ace of Wands. It's the most passionate card in the deck. And we have the Six of Pentacles here. It's like a very requited, very balanced relationship, whatever this is. This was like total equal give and take. This is someone that you admire just as much as they admire you. That's kind of how that goes. These are both in this partner. What is the problem here? Because these, whoever you're dealing with here, they feel the same way you do about them. There's equal give, there's equal take, there's equal love on both sides, there's equal attraction, there's equal passion. It's just very, very balanced. Now I have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. This is somebody you feel like you can be yourself around. They feel like they can be themselves around you. You'll have to decide which character you play in this story if it relates to you at all. But this Nine of Wands, this is somebody who's usually got a lot of really big boundaries up around themselves. They don't talk to other people. They don't let other people in typically. But for some reason in the reverse, this person's let you in or you've let them in. Just enough to cause a bunch of problems is what it looks like. Let's see. Yeah, now I got the Four of Cups. And we got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody who all of a sudden says, yeah, I can't sit around and wait and see what happens here. I can't sit around and wait and see myself get hurt in this situation. Oh, okay. And we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody who says, I don't want to wait for this. I don't want to sit and wait for this. Here's the key. You know what's so funny? I was like, there's somebody here who's looking for a key, something like that, the key to the equation. Well, all of a sudden this week, I think you got it because here it is right here in this card. This is somebody who all of a sudden finds it. They figure out what it is they want to do. They say to themselves, you know what? I think it's time for me to live my life for myself. I'm going to go after that. I'm going to chase whatever that dream is. I don't know what. Okay, hold on one second. Let me get one more out here and then I'll clarify with another deck. Of course, I got the Magician. This is you taking control of the situation. This is you taking control of your destiny. This Magician card is the card of Ophiuchus, but this has you being the one who's in charge, deciding what it is you want to manifest into your life. It feels like you are a master manifester. Good. All right, someone who's very much in charge of what it is that you do and how it happens in your life. Good job. It seems like if you want to make something happen, it happens. Okay, so why do we have this Two of Pentacles in the reverse? That's the question. Because we have been trying to get everybody on the same page. this was one of those situations. It took people too long to get on the same team, or maybe you're seeking some kind of a new team, some kind of a partnership through work or something like that with this Three of Pentacles energy. I have the Ten of Cups here and the Two of Swords. Yeah, it's true. So we've got 3 twos out here now, which means that you've kind of been at this place for a while now where you are looking for someone to, I don't want to say complete you necessarily, but someone to join you in some kind of partnership. Again, could be love, could be career, whatever. But this would be someone who's really struggling to find the right person. It feels like you have found people who would fit this situation, or you, I mean, again, this could be you filling this for someone else. But there's something that just was taking too long. It was taking too long to get everybody into the same place or to get everybody onto the same page. It feels like with this Three of Pentacles, there's like a lot of work-driven energy here, where you have possibly got a relocation for work in some way, or you've got a new team that you're starting to work on. The Three of Pentacles is about teamwork, right? And directly relating to a workplace environment. What is this Five of Pentacles? King of Wands. It feels almost like someone waited too long to take action in a relationship or a situation. And now all of a sudden the light bulb switches on and this person says, oh, now I see what I want. Now I see who I want, because I got this Ten of Cups here. This is somebody who says, wow, all of a sudden it seems like you're everything I could ever want, or something like that. And this is what we want. This is what I want, something like that. And now all of a sudden it feels like it's almost too little too late. I got the Sun card in the middle of that. That's the card of Leo. It's the card of, it's one of the cards of Divine Masculine, but it's also this energy of, can we fix this, and what do we actually want to fix? There's some part of you, Aquarius, that feels like you need to have some kind of time of self-healing, some kind of self-renewal, some kind of, it feels like very much on your own kind of state, like stand on my own 2 feet, kind of like have a reset, hit the reset button in some way with this Sun card that comes out on its side. It's possible you could have been waiting to see if this situation would gel, if everything would come together. I think that it did, but it does seem like it was bad timing or some kind of issue. There were 2 people here, or a partnership here, where it was kind of like everything you could ever want in a bag of chips, right? A lot of sexual passion, a lot of emotional harmony, a lot of love, and definitely a soulmate relationship. But there's somebody here, and it feels like you really let this person into your heart. They really let you into theirs, something like that. Very much equal give and take. But all of a sudden something happens where one of you says, you know, I really feel like I need to focus on myself. You waited for this situation to get closer together. You waited for, like, to be presented with like the right key to the situation. It feels like you've kind of been underwater as to know what to do about this for a while, just kind of waiting for deliverance from this situation in some way. And it feels like this may be the week where things finally start to gel, where you start to move forward in your own life with this Magician energy that comes out here, like starting to take charge, take control of the situation for yourself. And it really is about you deciding what it is you want for you, not for other people involved in the situation, but what's going to make sense for you. That's what triggers it. That's what triggers the clarity for you. And that's when we can start to focus on healing for yourself. Now, as far as this other person goes, there is a ton of love here and all of that. And yes, you guys have let each other in all of these ways, but there is this understanding that's what's best for you is what needs to happen. What's going to happen? Let me look here. Hold on. One more. Bitch, we got the Two of Cups out again. So you know how I love it when you give me the repeat cards, because that means it's important to you. This may be somebody who decides, you know what, what's best for me is going to be focusing on this soulmate relationship. What's best for me may be focusing on this partnership. That may be where your head is at. That may be where you end up going. It's not where I thought you were going to head with this. I thought this was going to be kind of like a solitary energy, but clearly I was mistaken. I don't know why I thought that, because you have different things in your mind about this. This Two of Cups is all about a soulmate partnership, soulmate dynamic. So maybe you guys just get it together. Maybe you figure it out. Maybe all the waiting does pay off. Maybe letting each other in here and starting to communicate better does work. I don't know. I will catch up with you next week, Aquarius. It looks good. And anything that you've been struggling with as far as a decision about this relationship or situationship, it feels like you get clarity. I'm going to say by Wednesday, Thursday of this week. All right, that was your reading for the week. Thanks for letting me read for you, Aquarius. Next up, we have Libra. And I just put those back on the wrong deck. Yep, there we go. Sorry, here we go. Let's use this Manga Tarot for Libra. Seven of Wands in the reverse. Libra says, I can't take it anymore. Please stop fighting. Please stop bickering. Please stop fussing with me. That's what the Seven of Wands in the reverse is. This is somebody who says, I can't deal with the drama. I can't deal with the stress that comes from other people. I have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. This can be delays in timing. This can be feeling like you've kind of stepped in the big pile of karmic poop, something like that. This can be feeling like there's just been delays to everything that you want to do. There's always been kind of a hitch in your giddy up. You kind of feel like everything's kind of stacked against you, like you're always running on empty, something. But things are going to shift. Things are going to change. We have the Star card that comes out. That's the card of Aquarius. We have change that comes. Here's the thing about the Wheel of Fortune. It's a wheel, right? And eventually it has to go back around. And the more positive energy you put towards your life, the faster that wheel's going to spin, right? And the easier it's going to be able to move it in the direction you want it to. It's all about positive forward motion, right? That's how it works. And it feels like that's kind of where you've been. I'm going to turn that into the upright position for you. How about that? Because it feels like you're wanting to leave behind these times of stagnancy, these times of having to deal with other people's upheaval, and you want to focus on what's important to you. And what's important to you is focusing on your path, your creative endeavors, your art, what you bring to your life that is significant to the planet, that's really authentic to you. This feels like creative development. This feels like someone who is all of a sudden centered on their divine pathway, where all of a sudden these roadblocks that have been present in the past with that Wheel of Fortune in the reverse are kind of being removed. All of a sudden there's like new energy to propel you down your path towards these goals that you have set for yourself and these things that belong to you. I always say that the Star card is like opening Pandora's box. It unleashes the good, the bad, and the ugly, and all of them belong to you. They're all part of the path that defines who you are as a person and as a soul. These are things like your God-given talents, like your God-given artistic talents, whatever that is, the way that you are meant to affect the world in your own unique, energetic thumbprint. It feels like if you are someone who has been experiencing delays, it feels like there's about to be a shift. We have this High Priestess card that comes out here. You've got 3 out of 4 cards are major arcanas. This tells me that you're about to experience a time of major change, of sweeping change in your life, and this is really good news. This High Priestess is someone who has a lot of intuitive abilities. They have a lot of inner knowing. They're someone who can trust themselves. They can trust their inner gut. They're someone who understands kind of the inner workings of the universe and of higher powers and of their higher selves. This is someone who has sat and just done their work and put their nose to the grindstone quietly while other people were in high drama situations. This is somebody who just kind of stuck around and quietly did what they were supposed to do, quietly manifesting good things for themselves. I have the 8 of Swords in the reverse. This is someone who doesn't, typically the 8 of Swords is someone who's kind of procrastinating or not talking about something important or just kind of putting something on the back burner that probably shouldn't be back there, When we have the 8 of Swords in the reverse, this can be starting to talk again. This can be the energy of being unblocked, either digitally or communicatively. This is somebody who wants to start getting things out in the open. They want to start freeing up some of this communicative energy so that they can kind of get out there. I don't know if you've been, well, hold on. Let me just get a couple more. I get the Page of Wands. Good. All right. So this is somebody who sees a new pathway forward and they want to send a message to someone about it, or this is somebody who sees you and they want to send a message to you. The Page of Wands is like a very creatively inspired message. This can be a message of flirtation. It can be a message of curiosity. Really what I'm seeing here, Libra, for you is someone who says, I don't want to deal with any of the drama and the bullshit anymore. All I want to do is I want to focus on what it is that I want to do every day. I want it to be like in a healthy environment where I'm able to focus on the things that are important, and I don't want to be dragged down by any BS or anything like that. I see what I want to do. I don't want anybody else's interference. I'm happy to talk about the situation, see like the ins and outs of how we want to accomplish this or how we want to do this, but I don't want there to be any problems. I just want there to be a clear, focused, creative process. That's kind of what I'm seeing. This may be related to your career. This could be related to family. I've got the Three of Cups here. This is something to celebrate. This is an energy of reconciliation. You could be coming back together with friends, working on a team in some way here. Maybe this is, I'm hearing like this was like a past dream team in some way. The Four of Cups in the reverse is someone who feels like they can, oh, that's so funny. This is somebody who feels like they can work on a team. This is somebody, I feel like whoever I'm reading for, Libra, if this is your reading, for a long time, you kind of convinced yourself that you had to do something on your own. And now all of a sudden, there's kind of like this reconciliation amongst a team of friends or something like that, where all of a sudden you're saying, you know what, maybe I could work with other people in some way. Maybe that is the way to go. Maybe somebody sends you a message this later in the week, maybe Thursday, Friday kind of time period, that kind of, I don't know, it's a new possibility possibly as to how to maybe expand your business, possibly to grow financially in some way. Let me look. I got the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. It feels like, you know what, with this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, it feels, and the Seven of Wands in the reverse too. This is somebody who feels like they didn't have the energy some time ago. They didn't have the good timing a while ago. And the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse is someone who kept on keeping on, even when they didn't have the energy, even when the timing felt off. It felt like you kind of kept doing what you were doing anyway, just kind of trusting the process, trusting in a higher power, which was the exact right thing to do, because it feels like now the wheel is starting to shift back in the direction that you want it to go. And now all of a sudden it feels like you're kind of back in the flow, and it feels like you are, it just kind of feels like the engine's moving now in a way that it wasn't before. Let me use this traditional rider weight and see if there's anything else you want to say about this before I cut you loose. We have forward movement with the Chariot card and the King of Wands. This is somebody who takes action. They know when it's time to take action. And I got the Devil card. This is working obsessively a day and night on something. This is somebody who's like burning the candle at both ends. And the Devil doesn't always have to indicate something toxic or negative. It's the card of Capricorn, but this could be an energy of obsession because you love something so much. Obsession because you're so incredibly passionate about it, and like really, really wanting to get into it to the point that it could almost be toxic in a way. Like somebody who's so wrapped up in some kind of art piece or art project in some way that they just like they paint for 36 hours straight or something crazy like that, and then they have to sleep for a week. I don't know. It doesn't sound that healthy. I agree. But you know, sometimes life is like that. We're not always perfect and we're not always balanced. I got the Three of Wands here. This is somebody who all of a sudden, it feels like whoever I'm reading for, there was a time when you weren't sure things were going to work out, when you weren't sure you were going to be able to achieve whatever it was you wanted to achieve. And now all of a sudden we have like possibilities. It feels like I always say that the Three of Wands is the minor arcana of the magician. This is somebody who knows how to make things happen, and all of a sudden their manifestations are right around the corner and they know it. So does this High Priestess energy, which is somebody who again has that inner knowing, this gut instinct that everything's about to come to fruition. Everything's about to go and be in the flow. And I have the Death card And we have the Ace of Wands. This is fantastic news. So basically what I feel like is happening is I feel like you're ending something that was rather toxic with that Seven of Wands in the reverse energy and that Wheel of Fortune in the reverse energy. It feels like we're putting an ending to something with this Death card. It's the card of Scorpio, but it's a final ending, right? This is something that you can let it go. You can let that dream die because it wasn't that great of a dream anyway. And it refocuses you. Once you do that, it refocuses you with this brand new creative passion. The Ace of Wands is the most sexually and most creatively passionate card in the entire deck. Whenever you get this, it's trailblazing energy. This is somebody who sees a new pathway for themselves. They know what to do. They know what's coming down the pipeline. It's possible that you may have friends or team members reaching out to you. This is going to be really fast moving energy. This is going to be energy that makes major changes in your life very quickly. With that Knight of Swords energy, that's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, if that matters at all to you. But really and truly, it's about making good decisions for yourself and decisions that help cut away any kind of red tape or any kind of energetic debris that was keeping this from going forward. And it just feels like there's a fresh, brand new beginning for something that may involve a team from that were friends in the past or something like that. It's a good team. Teamwork makes the dream work. All right, thanks Libra for letting me read for you. Next up we have Gemini. You guys are the last of the night, which means you know I love you the most. Thank you so much for letting me read cards for you guys. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can. If you're watching this on Facebook, all that information is around here somewhere. And if you're watching on YouTube later after it's all time-stamped, that information is in the About section of our channel. All right, what do we have for Gemini? I got the Ace of Wands out for Gemini. This guy's been really popular tonight, right? The Ace of Wands is like a brand new beginning. It's about creative passion. It's about, again, the most sexually passionate card in the deck. This can be about a love relationship or a new sexual relationship, something like that. I got the Ten of Swords crossing that. Hold on. Okay. This is what I have to say about this. Okay, so you got this Ace of Wands out that I was saying is very sexually passionate. It's very sexually charged, very creatively charged, right? And then we have the Ten of Swords that comes out on top of that, which is whenever it comes out on its side, this is somebody who's contemplating an ending, right? And we have that represented over here also by the Death card. This is the minor arcana version of the Death card for me as a reader. I always call this the Julius Caesar card, the one more final stab in the back, because 9 times wasn't good enough to start with. And then we have this Death card, which is a final ending, right? So a lot of times the Ten of Swords for me can be an on-again, off-again relationship. I also have the Emperor in the reverse with the King of Pentacles on its side. The Emperor in the reverse can be someone who's highly controlling, someone who can be quite tyrannical. This is also somebody who is divine masculine energy, also the card of Aries, if any of those things are of significance to you. But otherwise, when it comes out with this King of Pentacles, this is somebody who wants you to know they've changed. They want you to believe that they have changed. They want to tell you that they've changed. That's the situation. Now, here's the thing. You haven't talked to this person for a while. You haven't seen this person for a while. And it feels like you were kind of waiting on this person to grow up or waiting to see if this person would ever change. And it feels like, I don't know if it is that you haven't seen them for a while. It's just this relationship hasn't been consistent for a while. How about that? Because I do have a lot of sexual passion that comes from this Ace of Wands. And I'm just getting this impression, and I don't know why, but I'm hearing like hookup situations, something like that, scenario, something like that, like something that kind of comes out of nowhere and kind of surprises you. Now, this person that comes out of nowhere, it feels like someone that you've known before in some way. And it feels like they want to paint themselves in a different picture, a different light than you had previously seen them in. But at previous, it felt like they were very controlling, possibly narcissistic, someone who was a little bit tyrannical, possibly incredibly immature. Think of like Napoleon complex, that sort of situation. That's kind of the way way you've always seen them in the past. Somehow they have snuck their way back into your life here, and they're trying to present themselves as the King of Pentacles, which is someone who has made a lot of money. They have created a lot of stability, a lot of wealth. There's someone who is well on their way to becoming this Emperor in the upright position. Now, here's the thing. I think that's maybe true. I think maybe they have made a lot of positive changes in their life. I don't know them. I don't know you, but these are the cards, okay? Now, it feels like you or the other person has been waiting a while for this opportunity to come back around, or you've been waiting to see if the changes that you've been wanting to see are happening. Now, here's the thing. Normally, I would say run for the hills, because we have this Two of Swords where we have somebody really wrestling with what it is they want to do. Which direction do I want to go? What's the right solution for this? I'm not sure. Kind of going back and forth in their own mind here. And here we have two scenarios. We have the Death card, and we have the Ace of Pentacles, which, if you know anything about me as a reader, the Ace of Pentacles is my favorite card to get in any reading, whether it is love, career, family, finance, whatever, because it is something that you can invest in honestly and authentically. It's something that makes sense. It is something that will surely grow into something else. Now, with the Death card, we have a lot of transformation and we have a lot of change, right? So I am thinking it's possible that they may have actually changed. I don't know. Let me get another deck. I don't want to steer you the wrong direction. Let me look. Let me get this manga tarot for you. 1 second. All right. I've got the Star card, which is the card of Aquarius, that comes out on top of this Ace of Wands. All of a sudden, it feels like we have divine inspiration about this relationship, Gemini. All of a sudden, it feels like somebody feels kind of like home to you. And I think that you're suspicious of it. I really do think you are. I think you're suspicious of it as I am. And it's because of the way that they had presented themselves to you in the past. Yes, you are, but there's something that's highly attractive, highly magnetic about them, sexually most likely, that it really does it for you, that really draws you to them, draws them to you, something about that. And there's some kind of undeniable, unmistakable chemistry between the two of you. Now, here's the thing. I think this person may have actually grown a little. Let me see. Yeah, they've got the Seven of Pentacles because you've had the Seven of Pentacles out here twice. Classic. Yep, I love it when you give me the repeats. You're saying like, boy, I've waited a long time to see if this was going to get better, to see if this was going to improve, to see if they were going to get better, to see if they were going to improve. Maybe you were waiting for these things in your life. I don't know. I have the Page of Cups in the reverse. The Page of Cups is someone who needs to extend an offer of love, apology, forgiveness, kindness. Pick one, right? Page of Cups in the reverse is somebody who knows they need to. They know they have to. They know they have to extend this apology or something like this. I don't know if this is you or if this is the other person. It kind of feels like the other person if we're being real. I'm not trying to take sides here, but I'm definitely taking yours, okay? So with this Page of Cups in the reverse, you're kind of saying, you know, honestly, if I saw these changes and if they were to come to me and apologize, I'd be all in, because I feel like you've waited on them just as much as they've waited for you. I know, right? I would not normally say that, but that's what the cards say. All right, let me go forward. I've got the King of Swords. That's Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. That's you. All of a sudden, you're starting to see yourself with this other person. All of a sudden, you're starting to see how this could make sense, why it didn't make sense in the past. You're kind of starting to see some things that you maybe did in the relationship in the past also that weren't maybe so great. And maybe you're saying, you know, I can see some areas where I needed to kind of boss up a little bit and kind of grow up a little bit. And I think that you're starting to get real clear about that for yourself. You're getting clear about what you accept from other people. And basically, you've matured, and that's good. Good job, you. All right, now I've got the Knight of Cups in the reverse. There was something that caused you to end this earlier, though. It goes right on top of that Death card. 1 second. It was the Fool. Okay. This person, you or this person at some point decided you didn't want to be with this person. You wanted something else, or they wanted something else. There was someone really non-committal here, and it feels like it was because they were really immature at the time. And it's like you saw it, they saw it, everybody knew that's what it was. There was just a lack of maturity here. I feel like we have a change, and I think we have a new beginning around the corner. Okay? Hold on, I gotta put that back in. I like them to come out a certain way, right? There we go. I got the Nine of Wands in the reverse though. So the Nine of Wands is our wounded warrior, right? And whenever I have them come out in the reverse with this combination of cards, this is somebody who says, okay, I'm going to let you in a little bit. Okay, we're going to see how this goes. Baby step in it, right? Baby step back into a relationship. Now tell me, gosh, I got the Knight of Wands. This is somebody, it's honestly, it's about the sexual chemistry here. That's what this situation is like. This is what really drives this relationship. And I'm not judging it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But with this Knight of Wands, with all of this sexual passion, I have to be honest with you, there is typically never really commitment. Okay, now this person wants to come in as this King of Pentacles and tell you that that's what they want, that they do want this commitment. And I think they sincerely do. However, I'm still seeing a lot of this Knight of Wands energy for them or for you. I don't know. Could be one or the other, but it's just kind of like it's highly sexually passionate, but not necessarily full of commitment. Let me look. Yeah, and I got the Lovers card in the reverse. So the Lovers is all about having to make a choice in love, and it's typically a finite choice in love. Are you all in or are you all out? Here's the thing. This is where I wasn't sure when I was like, I'm not sure about this Death card, Ace of Pentacles combination, because on one hand, it's a lot of transformation and it's a lot of change. And this Ace of Pentacles is someone who chooses to invest in themselves very authentically. And so I'm feeling like this is going to go one way or the other. Either this relationship dynamic is going to shift and change where all of a sudden we have a commitment that comes from this Lovers card and somebody says, yes, I'm all in. And you say, yes, I'm all in. End of story. Or we're going to have somebody who sees this for a highly sexually compatible relationship that's lacking in commitment and they say, you know, thanks for all the changes, but I'm still going to go invest in myself alone with this Ace of Pentacles. All right, that's kind of what it's looking like. And I don't know which decision you're going to make, but at least all you have the information right. At least you have all the information now, right? Okay, Gemini, thanks for letting me read for you. I will see you guys all next week. Thank you all so much for letting me read cards for you. You know I love it. Keep in touch, and I will see you soon. See you later.